Hey everybody. So yeah, yesterday I was working on just sort of figuring out what the next steps are, and so today, and I kind of came to the conclusion that I needed to create a service, and that service is going to basically bootstrap the speech recognition API, and then and then if there's time, go ahead and create a button to sort of handle the pieces. And so, like I do want to say that like a lot of times when you're watching tutorials and stuff with people, they'll just like kind of start doing stuff, and then you like then you're like okay, I'm gonna do something, and you're like wait, I don't know how to do, I don't know where to get started, and that's like kind of like unless you have some sort of domain knowledge, it's almost impossible to know where to get started. And that's what like the other series were all about, right? Like so I had a series where like literally I just went over the web API, voice API as is, and then I did another mini application that was just in pure, or then I converted it over to Angular, just so that I would learn more, and then I converted, then I created another mini application, and that was like an analyzer, and now I'm doing that over there. And that's how I know what to start because A, I built something in Angular already, so I know I learned all like sort of the pieces on there of that, and then B, I built this application in vanilla JavaScript. If it wasn't for that, I really wouldn't know where to get started. I just, even at the beginning of yesterday's video, I didn't know where to get started. But basically, I have this speech service in our the application that I built that was just a copy of the application that is provided by the W3C, I believe they're called. That basically just lets you change the color of the background based on saying the colors. I don't know. Like I think I might be like on YouTube, like if you go to my channel, you can see all that stuff. I don't know if you're watching this video, like how much you know about like how much information you have about the other, all the other videos that sort of led up to this video. But if you go to my channel, there's a ton of of videos about development, and then there's like a handful of videos that have moved through this voice stuff, and that's how we're here today. So, anyways, in Angular, so one thing I do is I create these commands in ng to create things. So this is how I did it in the Angular application that I built last time. So I'm just going to copy this code and I'm going to put it in my package of my current project that I'm working on. So I already have one that was for to create the API generator, and now I'm adding this one to create the speech service. Now I want to call it, so I have to just type in npm. All I have to do is type in npm run speech service. Now I will just it needs a capital S apparently. I will just give you the heads up that I don't know anybody else who does it this way, and I know I have done this before in the past, and it's just truly offended people. I don't know why, but the real main benefit of this is like all I literally have dozens of CLIs, of Angular CLIs on this machine that I'm working on. This ensures that I'm using the one that's for this project, not the globally installed one, which I don't even have one globally installed. But if I did have one globally installed, it's hard to know whether you're using the globally installed one or the one for that. There's a bunch of rules and stuff. I don't worry about that because I just run it out of here. So, anyways, it created a speech service for me. It created a spec and this class. Now, let's go back and let's look at my other speech service. And so I had created a interface of voice response. I don't think I want that. Let me go look at that real quick. Go to definition. Yeah, so that was just specifically for updating the background color based on the words that they said, getting the confidence of the last thing, and the number of times that that color has been updated. So that is not something that we're going to use at all. Anything even vaguely like this. Um, let's see. Oh, so then I have these signals that return a voice response. Um, and then this audio end that returns an any. Um, so I don't know what to do about that at this point, but I'm going to have a voice result, but I'm going to have them all uh, res- return um, any's. Um, hopefully we can fix that. Oh, and I believe I need this recognition. So this recognition is a voice recognition. So let's go back over here and then let's see. Oh, okay, I did not do that in the constructor. What I did was I did that in as service attributes. So here we go. So signal is not, it's part of Angular core, so it's always fun to just type it in as opposed to have it do that. And the voice response is not what we're doing. And I really don't know what we're going to be responding with. I'm sure we will at some point um, update and actually create that. And then so so that's that. Okay, so that's good. So now in the constructor, we're going to set this recognition based on whether it's in the windows or that. So I think, so, oh, I had to create this. And this is just like a way in Angular. So like Angular over the years has changed a little bit in the way that you access the um, window object, and this is something that I kind of learned over there as a good way to get access to the window object. Um, I don't know when that started. I don't know what version of Angular. I'm pretty sure it wasn't around in Angular 10. Um, and I'm 99% sure it was around in Angular 16. So I'm pretty sure it showed up somewhere between Angular 10 and Angular 16. Um, I think it might have come with the server side stuff, but I'm not sure. I really don't know. And then we had a record method. So let's go ahead and I'm just going to copy this over, and then it's not going to be right. So then I'm just going to fix, hopefully Angular finds everything that doesn't make sense. But I will go line by line over it just to make sure. Okay. So we don't have a result count. I don't think we care about result count. I think we want these console logs for now. And then result set. Okay, so I'm just going to say result set. So I believe this is what actually gets sent back, or what the person actually said was this results 00.transcript. And the confidence, I think, is how confident it is that what you said is what it says, what you think it said. Okay, so basically right now the result is this. Comma, result. And then, okay, so basically we're setting it to false. So continue. Okay, so when continuous is true, we've learned in previous videos that when continuous is true, you have to turn the recorder off, the microphone, the microphone off if it's true. But if it's not true, then what it'll do, it'll listen. The API will listen, and once it feels like you've said something, it'll actually turn it off itself. The language, I don't think was doing anything. We did some experiments, and it didn't seem to do anything at the time. The recognition interim results. Actually, no. I know the language. No, the language did do something. Yeah, that's right. So like, if you, because they're like, they're, this is how you tell it, like what language. So hello in English is hola in Spanish, and if you want it to see listening for hola in Spanish, you need to tell it that. Interim results. Okay, so this one is tied to continuous. Um, so if it's continuous, then I think you have to use these two together. They both either have to be true or they both have to be false. Alternatives, we're going to set that to 1. It's just like the number of responses you're going to get back. And then this is turning on the speech recognition. This is listening for something on results. This is listening for something on end. And this is listening for something on audio start. And basically, this is it publishing. The set is publishing to a signal that listens, um, or that is publishing to anything that's listening. We are at 10 minutes. That's a really good time to stop. Unfortunately, we didn't get to really see anything. All we did was kind of copy some code um, and then sort of explain what it does. In the next video, I think it makes a lot of sense to actually have a button that clicks this record and then sort of watch the console logs to see what's happening. Um, you know, the the goal is, the short-term goal would be that, and then like that, hopefully at like next Saturday, I can get that working where we're looking at the console, and then maybe next Sunday actually get the text that they said, the result of the transcript that they said, to show up over here. And then I think that will be a good time to then go back and look at the vanilla JavaScript voice analyzer and come up with next steps on what we're going to do. I think this is probably going to take about 10 to 12 sessions, and then this thing will be done, and then it'll be time to do the next steps, which I think is probably to build like a little voice, like say hello application where you can say hello in different languages, and it'll tell you, when you click the button to try Spanish, it'll tell you how close, if it thinks you said hello in Spanish and how close it was, and then Arabic and different languages. Um, but yeah, that will be in a while. That'll be a couple months from now. So, anyways, happy coding, everybody. Bye.